Guyana achieved independence from British colonial rule on May 26, 1966, with the role of the head of state being filled by the British monarch, represented locally by a governor-general. However, in 1970, Guyana declared itself a republic within the Commonwealth, severing its ties with the British monarchy and establishing the office of the president as the head of state. Number 10. Arthur Chung, 1970 to 1980. When Guyana became a republic in 1970, one man stood at the symbolic helm. Arthur Chung, the nation's first president and the first ethnic Chinese head of state in a non-Asian country. A former magistrate and legal mind, Chung represented unity and continuity as the nation transitioned from monarchy to republic. Though his role was largely ceremonial, his presidency was essential in maintaining national stability while the country's political structure evolved under the leadership of Prime Minister Forbes Burnham. Chung's calm and diplomatic approach gave Guyana a sense of national identity in its formative years. His tenure represented decency, impartiality, and public service, values that earned him deep respect both at home and abroad. Estimated net worth, around $1 million, adjusted largely from savings and public service pension. Number 9. Forbes Burnham, 1980 to 1985. Lyndon Forbes Sampson. Burnham was already a towering political figure when he became Guyana's first executive president in 1980. Under Burnham's rule, Guyana adopted a cooperative socialist model, nationalizing key industries like bauxite, sugar, and rice in a bid to make the nation self-reliant. While Burnham's leadership brought a strong sense of nationalism and pride, his era also faced challenges: economic decline, political tension, and restricted freedoms. Nonetheless, his vision of feed, clothe, and house the nation left an indelible mark on Guyanese identity. He also pushed for Caribbean unity and Third World solidarity. Major achievements: establishment of Guyana's executive presidency, expansion of education and housing programs, nationalization of major industries. Estimated net worth, roughly $5 million, accumulated through political leadership and property holdings. Number 8. Desmond Hoyte, 1985 to 1992. When Desmond Hoyte took power after Burnham's death, Guyana was struggling under economic isolation. Hoyte steered the nation toward free market reforms, liberalizing the economy, attracting foreign investment, and restoring relations with the IMF and World Bank. Hoyte's leadership marked a pivotal shift from socialism to market economy. He reduced trade barriers, encouraged privatization, and stabilized Guyana's finances. Under his watch, democratic reforms began to take root, paving the way for the first free elections in nearly 3 decades. Major achievements: economic liberalization and international reintegration, restoration of press freedom and electoral transparency, revitalization of private enterprise. Estimated net worth, around $4 million, primarily from investments and post-presidential engagements. Number 7. Cheddi Jagan, 1992 to 1997. Dr. Cheddi Jagan, co-founder of the People's Progressive Party, PPP, symbolized integrity, perseverance, and the will of the people. After decades of political struggle, he became Guyana's first freely elected president in 1992, marking the country's return to democratic governance. A champion of the working class, Jagan promoted democratic socialism, anti-corruption, and transparency. His administration focused on health, education, and economic revival, supported by global institutions that respected his honesty and vision. Though his term was cut short by his death in 1997, Jagan's legacy of democracy endures as the foundation of modern Guyanese politics. Major achievements: restoration of democracy and fair elections, expansion of public services and infrastructure, strengthened relations with the United States and IMF. Estimated net worth: approximately $2 million, reflecting a modest lifestyle dedicated to public service. Number 6. Samuel Hinds, 1997, 1999, 2011. Samuel Hinds often stepped in during moments of national transition, serving briefly as acting president 3 times. Known for his professionalism and quiet demeanor, Hinds was a steady hand who ensured continuity between administrations. An engineer by training, he also served as prime minister for multiple terms and played a major role in the mining and energy sectors. Hinds's leadership symbolized calmness, technical knowledge, and loyalty to the PPP's democratic ideals. Estimated net worth: around $3 million, mostly from his engineering background and long government service. Number 5. Janet Jagan, 1997 to 1999. Janet Jagan, widow of Cheddi Jagan, made history as Guyana's first female president. Born in Chicago, she dedicated her life to the struggle for Guyanese independence, social justice, and equality. Her presidency continued the PPP's social programs and pro-poor agenda. Though her tenure was brief due to health issues, she represented the strength and vision of women in Caribbean politics. Janet Jagan's impact transcended gender. She was a symbol of resilience and progress. Major achievements: first woman to hold Guyana's presidency, strengthened healthcare and education programs, advocated for gender equality in governance. Estimated net worth: around $1.5 million, reflecting a simple, service-driven lifestyle. Number 4. Bharrat Jagdeo, 1999 to 2011. When Bharrat Jagdeo assumed the presidency, Guyana was ready for transformation. A young economist, he ushered in a new era of economic growth, debt relief, and digital modernization. Under his administration, Guyana enjoyed some of its most stable years post-independence. Jagdeo's bold, low-carbon development strategy, LCDS, made him an international figure, winning support from Norway and global environmental groups. He also modernized infrastructure and expanded education access. Despite criticisms of alleged favoritism, Jagdeo remains one of the most influential figures in Caribbean politics. Major achievements: significant reduction in foreign debt, global leadership in climate change policy, economic growth, and modernization of infrastructure. Estimated net worth: around $22 million, accumulated through investments, advisory roles, and post office ventures. Number 3. Donald Ramotar, 2011 to 2015. Donald Ramotar, a lifelong member of the PPP, carried forward Jagdeo's policies with an emphasis on economic development and social welfare. His administration saw expansion in education, health, and housing, though it was also marred by political gridlock and corruption allegations. Ramotar's presidency was marked by his efforts to strengthen Guyana's democracy and maintain stability during turbulent political times. His soft-spoken style masked a deeply political strategist focused on continuity. Major achievements: continued economic growth initiatives, development in housing and education, efforts to maintain national unity. Estimated net worth: approximately $850,000. Number 2. David Granger, 2015 to 2020. A retired brigadier and historian, David Granger led the APNU plus AFC coalition to victory in 2015, breaking the PPP's long rule. His government emphasized discipline, national unity, and education reform. Granger sought to strengthen public institutions, promote clean governance, and celebrate Guyana's history. His administration also faced criticism for the handling of the 2020 elections, but his focus on restoring order and national identity remains notable. Major achievements: promotion of education and historical awareness, reforms in electoral and security institutions, encouragement of national cohesion. Estimated net worth: roughly $20 million, sourced from military service, academic work, and political leadership. Number 1. Irfaan Ali, 2020 to present. Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali, Guyana's current president, took office at a transformative moment, just as the nation discovered vast oil reserves. His leadership centers on economic diversification, transparency, and social equity, as Guyana becomes one of the world's fastest-growing economies. Ali's government focuses on infrastructure development, youth empowerment, and digital transformation. Under his watch, Guyana is positioning itself as an energy and investment hub of the Caribbean. Despite challenges, his administration remains focused on ensuring that oil wealth benefits every Guyanese citizen. Major achievements: expansion of oil and gas, industry governance, massive infrastructural development, and job creation. Strengthened international partnerships with the US and CARICOM. Estimated net worth: around $8 million, reflecting his position, assets, and family investments. From Arthur Chung's quiet diplomacy to Irfaan Ali's economic renaissance, Guyana's presidents have shaped the nation's destiny through different eras: socialism, democracy, and now the dawn of oil prosperity. Each leader, in their own way, has contributed to building a republic that stands tall among Caribbean nations. Please subscribe for more.